It's already started up. This is going to be casted by Artosis and in control. Good luck, guys. Enjoy, folks.
All right, up in the top right of Overgrowth, it is Yoey Flash Wolves, Leenock.
And his opponent, in the lower left-hand side from Team Alien Invasion with the amazing English, it is Golden! Little known fact, he actually lived with Xeris, a guy that helps run CSL and used to lead and found Team Light, but that is a large part in why Golden has such gorgeous and amazing English. He speaks really good English.
He certainly does, no question about that.
Yeah.
Better English than some casters up here.
I'm not afraid to admit that my English is a bit of a joke. It's pretty bad.
Yes.
Speaking of, nope, nothing to speak of there, actually. It's going to be like bad or something, I don't know. But Golden here is actually opting for a very early pool.
Oh, no. Is
followed
this
by
going to
a
be
gas.
10-pull Bane?
What's that?
Is this going to be 10-pull Bane,
Yeah,
you
I think so.
Now, here's the thing about 10-pull Bane. It never works at the pro level. Like, in GSL, we have seen it so many times, and it never works. And it stopped working back when Leenock first defended it by just splitting drones a whole bunch. I don't think that this is going to work on Leenock at all.
Well, he is the inventor of it. Now, speaking in defense of the strategy, Leenock is, okay, he's pausing after that single drone. So this will be a 15 spawning pool after a 15 hatch. Sometimes players will go like 16, 17, 18 drone, gas, overlord, then spawning pool, crazy stuff like that. And if they do that, then even a Ling Bangling attack that you say could not work, it probably would work. You just don't have anything to stop them from killing stuff.
Well, we'll see if this one works out for him. He's making a lot of Zerglings, sending them across the map. Of course, he's already seen some of these Zerglings on the way, and he has to wonder, is this going to also involve Banelings?
Yeah. And in this case, Leenock also does not have gas. He's really not dilly-dallied, beyond this. He sees this attack as early as he possibly can. It's not a 6 pool, so it's not the fastest Lings, certainly very fast. But as you can see here, he's already started his 6 Lings. He has his Queen coming out. And as Artosa said, basically at this point, he just has to split up his drones. If they group up and get bopped by Banelings, that's really bad.
He doesn't know about the Banelings yet.
Yeah.
I feel like he should, because there were 6 Lings and then only 3 came up. But he's really clumped right now against a lot of Banelings, and this could go bad. Oh, that was a pretty good hit.
Pretty good. It gets 5, 6 do die. A couple are in deep red. More Zerglings coming in here. Banelings still out on the field. And we have not seen the end of Golden just yet. This is an all-in, so if you look at that production tab, he's just basically making Lings as much as possible. Now, the real problem here is as every queen comes out, that individual queen represents a holy cow, you don't really stand a chance in getting anything done after that.
That's right, and with these Lings and the queens coming down, it looks like this is almost hell.
Done.
But he has killed some drones. It's 8 drones against 9 with Golden in that tiny lead.
Yeah, but 2 hatcheries, 2 queens, I mean, that is tough to overcome. You can see Golden is still leaning on these Banelings. He morphs 2 more, looking to do something, but all he has available to him really is this hatchery. And these queens are just going to plug the ramp to make absolutely sure that he's not going crazy with more Lings coming across. Now, as we can see here, though, there are more Lings coming across. He's not making any drones. I mean, is he completely all in on this?
I mean, he's pretty all in. He's just making more and more Lings, but how can he think that this is going to work? I feel like those 2 queens are just so powerful in this situation.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not sure what he thinks he's going to do here. Transfuse goes down as that queen, is fully surrounded. Zergling's looking to get surface area on the other queen. There's greater number of Zerglings here for Golden. He's going to push inside the main, but a few drones were squeaked out for a red Zerg Leenock, and he's getting another queen here as well. If he just holds on, it feels like that's going to be all she wrote. A queen and some Banelings in production for a blue Zerg, Golden. But the supply is starting to widen here. The situation is getting more and more dire, I feel.
It certainly is. And down he comes right now, going after these Baneling eggs. I don't think he's going to be able to cancel them, so they could be big hits, and that was a big hit.
It's a pretty big hit. Just the one Baneling connecting with, I think it was 5 or 6 Zerglings there, so very nice. But we got 2 very healthy queens here, and now Golden has switched to drones. And I feel like, I mean, we see speed start up there. I feel like he's going to make a few drones just to get to the next phase of the all-in. I can't see him saying, okay, yeah, I've got literally 50% as much production. I'm going to just win from there with, map
Go into
control
a
speed.
macro
No, he
play.
types out. He's done.
GG. All right. So the 10-pool Bane not working. I feel like Leenock didn't even know it was Banelings until he saw the Banelings, which actually put him at even more of a disadvantage. But still, that strategy simply doesn't work at the pro level. Like every single game
Yeah.
I've seen in Korea, it has gotten crushed every single time.
As you kind of narrated the issues with that build where you talked about really all you need to do is split up your drones and make sure you're not getting clumped. Basically, Golden goes into that saying, I'm hoping for Leenock to make a pretty big mistake. And I think that's a folly going into that. Leenock doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and even in this game, he did make a mistake in the sense that he had 5 drones clumped up. It could have been a lot better or worse for Golden. In this case, that's probably as good as it gets for him, and it still wasn't anywhere near enough for him to do that.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I don't like the strategical choice here by Golden, and Leenock taking that first game. He has to be feeling very good because he already did say, this is his best matchup. He feels really comfortable in it, and it kind of makes sense when you think about it. Being a part of Yoey Flash Wolves, playing a lot in Taiwan, it is definitely a situation where there's a lot of very good Zergs that he can practice against there.
Yeah, and it's shining through here. He just, from top to bottom, shut that down and wasn't looking behind him. Speaking to the series itself here, I do like starting off a series with the cheese. I think that's a really cool mind game from Golden. I don't like the selection I mean, hindsight's 2020 here, but looking at it, it's like, well, if anything, this gives Leenock like a lot of confidence. All of a sudden, he's the guy that now has the initiative to be like, okay, maybe he probably doesn't do 10-pool Baneling, but he probably does. He has the option to do like a Speedling all in or Ling Baneling aggression.
Sure.
He's the one that has a game to give now.
Indeed, and he's the type of player that will take risks. Even if he doesn't have a game to give, he'll put it all on the line.
Sure.
Not a big deal. He's won plenty of tournaments, plenty of money. He has a prestige. He still flies around a lot. Not a big issue. So you definitely got to look at him as a pretty strong favorite right now in this match with that first win. So anyways, we are in this game. Let's go ahead, jump into it, and introduce our players. In the bottom right of Catalina, it is Yoey Flash Wolves Leenock.
All right, and needing this game to make things interesting, put your hands together for Alien Invasion Golden. First game, a little bit quick, kind of, you might say, anticlimactic, an interesting strategy, but Artosis, in your infinite wisdom, you kind of called it ahead. You said, look, we've seen this a lot in GSL, and it never works. And that streak continues. That did not work even a little bit.
No, top-level Korean players just don't die to it, but right now, we don't have any drones being made by Leenock. He's saving up for a 10-pool, but will it be a 10-pool Baneling? Will he try to prove us wrong?
Ooh. With an Overlord, do you do it? No, you do spawning pool before that,
Yeah,
right?
you do the...
Oh, you're saying
the spawning
Leenock
pool
is
first.
saving up. I see.
Yeah.
There it is, 10
And
pool.
it is, in fact, 10-pool. We are back into the game, so we'll put that back up on screen for you.
And
just a moment.
what I'm liking about this, if you're rooting for Golden, who at this point would be considered maybe the underdog. Oh, we might be having game pause here. One of the obs does leave. But to finish my thought, Golden's getting the early scout here in the direction of the player, Leenock, that's 10-pooling. So one of your greatest defenses in all of RTS, but specifically in this situation, is, of course, information and knowledge. There's a gas. Does Leenock do a 10-pool Baneling?
I guess he does. This is something very interesting that we still do see top-end pro gamers perform this build in very important tournaments, such as Dreamhack here and GSL back in Korea. Yet again, it hasn't worked for a very, very long time, like 0% wins. So
You are just hoping for mistakes, right? There's not a build that it hard counters that I can think of. I mean, a super greedy.
well,
hatch
as you were
first
saying,
against-
like maybe if you go like hatch first, drone, gas, drone pool or something, you just get a kill. But how often do we really see that? Let's pay attention though, right? He's gone hatch, and here's one drone, but it looks like he's saving for a pool after that.
Yeah.
I predict that
What?
Golden is going to be able to hold this.
Oh, I know what this is. It's not 10-pool Baneling. He's got a queen coming out, a couple of drones. This is just going to be a one-base Speedling all in, but Golden is scouting this super early on. He sees the lack of hatch there. That's weird. Even if pool first, there would be a hatch here. He sees the creep, so he knows exactly where he is. And he's he's a little bit baffled right now, actually. The Overlord did a bit of a loop-de-loo, and it's like, I guess I go further into the main because there's nothing here. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, Leenock cannot be happy with this, but you know what? He might get an Overlord kill, and an Overlord kill plus some Zerglings could do a lot of damage, but he peeks in. The Queen is going to come out and go after him.
He doesn't see the gas, he doesn't see the Lings, but at this stage, I feel like Golden has to say, why are there no Lings coming down here? Why is there no hatch? And then that limits the options to very few things. It's either, I feel, one base Ling Baneling, speed, or Baneling slow Lings, I guess. Is even one base Roach a build? Does anybody do that?
No, it is no longer a build.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Back in the beta when Roaches had 2 armor, it was done, but nowadays, absolutely not.
So then he knows what he's facing. He's got a spine crawler going down, excuse me. He's got 2 Queens coming out. They'll plug up the ramp. He'll have his own Lings. And unless Leenock throws down a Baneling Nest, but he's not mining gas, so he won't. This is just straight Lings.
You know, the thing is, if, for instance, Leenock had been in the top right and Golden just hadn't scouted him yet, maybe this just kills him. But right now, it's really looking Golden favored.
Super Golden favored. He's looking Golden even.
Wow.
Could you say that?
I wouldn't say it because it's like even worse than my caster jokes. But
yeah. Hashtag jokes that Todd wouldn't get, though. You know what I mean?
All right, we do have these Speedlings coming into the natural. There is a single drone here mining. The Spine Crawler is up. Some good zoning being done by these slow Zerglings of Golden.
10 more Lings coming out for Leenock as well. He is starting to make a few drones. We see one in that production tab right now. I mean, if Golden doesn't take this... Well, he's making another Spine Crawler. He's got 4 Lings, a 3rd Queen coming out. I was going to say if he doesn't take this serious, but he is. He's doing everything right about this. And he just has to hold on. He's ahead of hatch, for Pete's sake. He's got way more production.
This is a terrible situation for Leenock with no hatchery. He's making a few drones and throwing down a Baneling Nest. But, you know, with a 2nd Spine Crawler finishing up and this many Queens,
no way.
There's no way he's going to break through, right?
Yeah, no. Leenock is, he's polishing a turd right now. He really wants to do something with this. You can't make this many Lings and that few drones and hope to really transition. You can see that he's kind of trying to have his cake and eat it too. He's got a Baneling Nest, he's making Lings, but you see the odd drone coming out every once in a while. He said he wants Golden to way overreact, like, oh God, 4 Spine Crawlers, 5 Queens or something like that, and maybe pull ahead in drones and then drop the hatch. But even then, I find myself I feel funny even saying that. He would still be way behind. So this is an all-in.
Yeah, well, 5 Banelings on the way. I guess he's going to go ahead and plow those right into the Spine Crawlers and Zerglings if possible. Targeting from Golden should be fast, though. Zergs are very good at targeting with Queens and Spine Crawlers on Banelings.
I love that there's a separation between the 2 Spine Crawlers. If they're together, the area effect damage of the Banelings could kill both of them, but as it is, there you go. He's going to try to get a little bit of splatter. Does hit. The first Spine Crawler goes down pretty quickly there. Second one being transfused. Ling's not giving surface area on that ramp, and for the most part, that was the main thrust of that attack. They get a Queen. They're going to get a couple of drones. Actually, they do penetrate the ramp.
Starting to break through a little bit.
What's happening here?
Well, Leenock is breaking through. That's what's happening in control. Wow, some really nice aggression from Leenock. Great control on those Banelings, and now he's going after these Zerglings.
The Roach Warren in the background was a little bit too presumptuous. He needed another Queen or 2 at the ramp. He had to hold. Baneling comes forward, and Golden goes from being in a massively commanding position to down 30 some odd supply. He's dead.
He is dead. GG. And Leenock takes the series in, I don't know, 15 minutes?
Maybe, max.
Wow.
That was really, really interesting. I'll tell you. Normally I feel sheepish because I'm like, I was very wrong, but Golden should not have lost from there. He needs to plug the ramp. He needs just more Lings. The Roach Warren was just too ahead of its time. He shouldn't have done it.
Well, let's go ahead and hear from the man himself. Smix, take it away.
Thank you very much, Artosis. That was an incredibly fast duo. Give it up once more for Leenock. Now, Leenock, we've seen already a lot of ZVZs at this tournament. Most of them are a little bit slower. Maybe they go out a little bit longer. We see a lot of roaches, things like this. with you from the beginning, it's just completely action-packed. Is that just the type of style that you prefer, or what's going on here? 이제 지금까지 저그 대전을 엄청 많이 보았는데 거기서 이제 좀 엄청 경기가 빨리 끝났잖아요. 근데 그런 다른 저그 대전에서는 좀 바퀴도 많이 나오고 경기가 막 오래 걸리는데 이동현 선수의 저그 대전은 왜 이렇게 빨리 끝나세요?
요즘 너무 바퀴 대 바퀴만 해서 팬분들이 너무 지겨워하신다고 그러고 또 원래 게임 같은 게 좀 빨라야 재밌잖아요. 네, 빠른 게임 네, 즐겨 합니다.
Leenock says, honestly, I heard from the fans that Roach and Roaches, that's just boring to watch. I wanted to give them a really fast, action-packed game, and that's why my games happened the way they did. Now, Leenock, you are now in the semifinals at Dreamhack Open Valencia. When I talked to you before, you said that it's been a year and a half since you've won a tournament. I know that you're thirsty for this. What would it mean to you if you were able to win here at Valencia? 이제 전에 인터뷰했을 때는 이제 1년 반 동안 우승을 못했다고 했잖아요. 이제 4강이에요. 여기서 만약에 발렌시아에서 우승하게 결승까지 가면 어떨 것 같으세요?
정말 도끼 품고 하고 있기 때문에 예, 이번에 결승 가면 절대 안 놓칠 수 있을 것 같아요. 그리고 네, 왠지 잘할 수 있을 것 같아요.
He says, I've been waiting for this. I've been working my butt off to do this well and get this far. I know that if I can just get to the finals, I'm really confident that I can actually take the whole thing. So please cheer for me. This is Leenock, your first semifinalist. Now, guys, I know that all of you have been waiting for this very moment. When we get back from this quick commercial break, we will have Vortex versus MC, so stay tuned.